blessings. How y'all feeling today? We got DG in the building. Pre-stream first. Pre-stream first. DOC, First Master Glizzy in the building. First Master Glizzy. Before the stream even started. Easy, bro. What's going on? Easy, bro, in the building. Easy, bro. How y'all feeling out there, man? Glad to have participated in Gandhiji.io on the Ethereum network. Glad to have participated in Gandhiji a year after it came out. It came out in 2018. I took it serious in 2019. And since then, met some solid people. Solid. I mean, I'm glad I can refer to that community, Gandhiji.io, like, yo, official, like, like 7 years later is what we doing? Yeah. Official. DJ Cryptomatic. What's going on, DJ Cryptomatic? I like how I can say EthereumGold.io, Gandhiji.io, still around. Still around. Not rugging people. Not lying to the people. Not fleecing. Still around. There's a certain value that's inherent in that many people don't respect because they're ignorant and they just simply don't understand the value of being battle tested, seriously being battle tested, and dealing with everything that comes with that, ups and downs, man. You still around, you didn't disappear in a way where you just said, you know what? I'm just rugging everything and I'm out of here. No, that's not the case. So it's respect to Gandhiji.io. And that's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. You see the title of the stream, though. Well, first of all, let me talk about another community I like. There's a few that I like, Well, another community I like that's on Pulse Chain, Prime Eco, Prime Ape ecosystem. Guys are building over there, man. Building over there for real. And of course, me, I don't always agree with everything everybody says. So they see what your founder's been doing over on Pulse Chain for what it is, but they believe in the founder. I don't believe in the founder. I think what they got going, they working with something. Prime Ape Eco. I think they're working with something. But they want to, give that extra support to your founder of Pulse Chain. I don't give that extra support to the founder of Pulse Chain like I used to. I'm not doing that. I'm not that guy, but I respect what Prime Ape ecosystem is doing. I do. ground up, from the ground, building from the ground and moving your way up. I'm not telling you go check them out and go not check them out and buy or sell or whatever. I'm not saying all that. I'm just, talking. That's what I do. I talk. I talk. Talk. Direct mail, though. That's the name of this stream right here. Direct mail. Yo, like many people, it comes a time where you really have to draw the line and stand for something in your life. You have to make a choice. Those of us who we have to meet our obligations every day, there comes a time we have to get to that point and decide in our lives where this is what we're going to do. These situations or experiences are what we're about to embark on, and we're gonna do X, Y, and Z. There comes a time you just gotta stand for something, or you literally fall for anything, like a sheep. Do sheep fall for anything? Sheep don't even fall for everything. Sheep, man, they don't fall for everything. But you got some people out here that are so afraid to really see and speak their truth. Speak the truth as far as what you understand from what you observe. When it's about your money and it's about crypto, you shouldn't you take that seriously? Like really? Like honor, respect yourself, respect your time, respect your money. Raise issues. You got issues that don't make sense to you, speak about it. These people over here on Pulse Chain, the majority don't want to talk about the real problems that are taking place on the chain. Fundamental problem. But we'll tell you direct mailing will solve everything. I didn't discover Gandhiji.io from no direct freaking mail. I didn't discover Prime Ape ecosystem from direct mail. You see, when you gotta really look at when you're being played with, and these people they just so insufferable. They stuck in their own narrow sensibilities, their narrow framework and mentality. They can't understand when someone is just spinning you. They're spinning you like a top. They're spinning you like the wheel of a car, like a fan. They're spinning you in circles. I didn't get a postcard talking to me about some Gandhiji.io. I didn't get a piece of junk mail. I didn't get some kind of, fidget spinner in the mail talking to me about some prime ape ecosystem. No, none of that. But y'all want to just go ahead and think that just because the words direct mail was uttered from this person's mouth, that he must know more than everybody else. And you ran with it and you did what you did. But guess what? The guys who did that early in the ecosystem, that's what they did. So they really did it, right? They banded together, put some money up, sent these postcards to everywhere for people who, basically lived luxurious lives or rich people. You're gonna send these to rich people, and okay, all right, cool. But see, this is the issue. See, the first 2 years, everything was bubbling, fanfare, the hype. Oh yeah, yeah, hype. 2020, 2021 bull market, hype, 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 hype. Okay, yeah, hype. As far as I know, the postcards didn't stop being delivered. What happened to 2022? What happened to 2023? What happened to 2024? What happened to 2025? If you were still sending postcards, what happened to price, which is what everybody cares about? The price. The shit ain't effective, but you're gonna believe somebody telling you and spinning you to date, even now, 2.5 years later, sending you electronic whatever packages to the world, telling you this is a surefire, high-powered marketing campaign to generate interest and attract people to spend money on a chain to pump price. 2.5 years later. But see, I get it because some people are just simply like they just don't want to accept what's in front of them. It's hard. It's hard. They don't want to accept what's in front of them. If Pacey Crypto comes through, that's a blessing, man. Haven't heard from that guy in 4 or 5 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? He comes through, blesses the stream with his presence, man. That'll be great. You know what I'm saying? See, there's people from the past, like good, you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Like, y'all don't understand. Some of y'all you don't respect experience. You don't respect people who've really been vetted. The process of being vetted in just by way of just throwing yourself out there and creating something and standing for something. 2018. This is what I say. I'm going back to 2018 Gandhiji and these guys right here 2 years ago building what they're building on Pulse Chain, some Primate Pico. Okay, do I'm watching them. I'm watching them. I'm watching them. Couple other people sprinkled out here too. Couple more. They want to believe in the Pulse Chain because they want to still believe in a founder. They just are doing what they're doing because they're developing, right? You know, when you communicate with the actual developers, not some talking mouthpiece. When you communicate with the developers themselves, right? People who espouse and will tell you they're developing and this is what they're doing and they're showing you and they stick around, right? And they're social and you could connect with them and they answer questions and they make themselves available. When you got stuff like that going on, that's a plus for your community. In a place where it's supposed to be trustless, by default, being available, forthcoming, and as transparent as you can be, right? It generates some form of trust. You build some kind of trust, man, by default. You just don't speak about it, but it's there because you make yourself available and you're the builder, not the talker. You're the builder. There's a difference between being a founder who talks and being a founder who really builds. You know how many con men in history, that, I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. We don't even have to go to history. Just think about your life, your journey, your experience. And I'm sure you could think of one or two con men or con women or both that you've encountered or you've learned about that have rocked the people to sleep and stole their money. Simply. How did they happen? Just by them talking to the people, charming the people to death to the point where the folks just trusted them so much that the people gave the criminals their confidence and trusted these fools, these idiots, these bad people by giving them their money. And what did you get in return? Nothing you paid for. Come on, man. Nothing you paid for. And then you have variation. You got degrees, right? Variation. Oh yeah, some people they just, this one they're gonna say, oh no, you're not a con person. Look, the 10,000 eggs. That's not con. That's not con. Keep making excuses for yourself to the highest degree if it makes you feel good. I'm not saying this is the same type of con situation, but it ain't all the way correct either. It ain't all the way correct when this founder telling you about some direct mail, but the founder ain't acting like he's acting like, yo, he's so disconnected from reality and what's taking place on the chain and by the people who's supposed to support him in the community that's supposed to invest in the chain. You so disconnected. You don't know what's going on. That's how he acting, man. How you believing in somebody that's gonna tell you one thing and then flip the whole situation moments later? And that's supposed to be somebody that the entire community is waiting to pump your market, pump your coins, to pump your bag so you could make money. That's who you depending on. Shout out to the stream I replayed and heard. 2 streams. I'm gonna tell you why. One, the last DOC stream, I think it was last week's stream. I replayed that, John, and not the whole thing, but there was a part about it that I heard that I was like, ooh wee. There was a part in last week's DOC stream that it was just like, you see, like minds, great minds think alike. When the topic came up, the developer, Sonny himself, was speaking on the stream last week among the members of the panel and in the community and mentioned he had his take on the foolishness that's taking place with your founder of Pulse and was saying, man, and this was reminiscent of foolishness from the past. He said, man, I don't think your Pulse Chain founder is the guy. When I heard that, bruh, when I heard that, because it's not just about, oh, I'm just going to take this and run with it. These are things that are reminiscent from what's happened historically, what's happened in the past, experience. What do they say sometimes? Experience is the best teacher, right? Yeah. And when you count, when you look at, when you take account, and this is a guy I'm talking about, developer, Sonny. He not focused on the chain like I am. And from the whatever he can capture on the surface, just like any other sane, rational, thinking, critically thinking human being can, whatever you see on the surface of what's going on, or what this guy being puppeted been doing, your founder been doing, whatever you see him doing, you're just like, oh nah, this doesn't add up. Any rational, sane person can look at you and tell you, based on what you've collected so far, what does this look like to you? Oh no, it looked like he ain't the guy. Right. And me, all entrenched in the muck and mire of direct mail and all the other propaganda, all the other just nonsense. Years and years worth of nonsense. If I could also understand and even damn near relate, got more information, been exposed longer, and could come up with that same conclusion too, without even him and I having a discussion. What does that tell? Stop. And we already understand, yo. We already listen, man. These people, what they're gonna tell you is stop hating. Why are you crying? How does it feel when your direct mailing still hasn't helped Pulse Chain or Pulse X reach sack price? How does that feel? How does that feel when the constant streaming that people want to do in the community, right? To keep the momentum going. How does that feel when it's just yielding minuscule results still during a moment where it's supposed to be the strongest marketing campaign crypto has ever seen? Forget about just for Pulse Chain, the strongest marketing campaign, but the best marketing campaign crypto has ever seen. How does it feel when you have this direct marketing, mailing, whatever you want to call it, happening while the bull run cycle is ending? You're going to decide. You're supposed to be marketing genius. This guy, your founder, is supposed to be marketing genius. Marketing G. Crypto Mahi in the building. Crypto Mahi. Crypto Mahi just graced us with the presence of brilliance. You see, when Crypto Mahi comes to us, just like all you could feel tranquility, peace, balance. Breathe in and breathe out. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. Where was I? See, Crypto Mahi said, wait. Appreciate life. Take this moment. Let's everybody, let's take this moment real quick and let's be centered. Close our eyes and think about appreciating life for 2 seconds. 1001, 1002. All right, here we go. We back on it again. All right. The direct mailing fiasco, right? You got all this going on. This guy's supposed to be marketing expert, told the world, you serial entrepreneur, you're a marketing genius. This is you. This is what this guy does. This is what this guy does. You marketing it, and then you come out with this idea 2.5 years after your chain launches. Compare the performance of the blockchain versus every other L1 that came out in crypto history. Compare the performance of the first year of any L1 versus Pulse Chain. Compare the numbers. Compare the numbers. And would you not identify this as a miserable fail? Would you not identify Pulse Chain being a miserable fail? And it's okay to say it's a miserable fail. It's okay to learn from your mistakes. This is how we grow. This is how we mature in life. This is how we evolve. We look at the errors of our ways. We learn from them. We learn not to repeat them, right? We identify what we could have possibly done better so we can grow. This guy is doing the opposite. You want to double down, reinforce, and pretend like he has not made numerous mistakes. You just want to sweep it all under the rug and just reinforce the errors by issuing notices in the world and devices and whatever in the world and say, come over here, free airdrop, come over here, buy this, come over here, this chain, this, your foundation. Thank goodness, at least the blockchain doesn't turn off and on like Solana. I mean, if it was something like that, it would just be completely over. Thank goodness for that. But there's a lot more, much more. Because if it's for that, you can go to many other blockchains. Because this is not an out. I'm not giving him an out. He's not getting an out. Zero out. A lot of y'all talk about how you love this man. You all must not respect yourselves if you're going to open your mouth and say you love this founder, this abuser. You do not care about yourself enough. It's about self-respect and self-love first. Are y'all out of your mind? Yes, you are out of your minds. Think. Open your minds. Think. Appreciate life. Think. Look in the mirror. Do some self-reflection and appreciate who you're looking at in the mirror. Not somebody who you'll never meet on the internet because you fell in love with this idea that this nondescript person is whatever part of the world is supposed to save you from some kind of impending doom that you did not know you were experiencing. Mix in the building, crispy bacon in the building, crispy bacon. What's goody? What's goody? It's crazy, bro. Yesterday, I was looking in Twitter and I saw that I was tagged. Somebody tagged me to a post that the Crypto Kings were having. They were streaming. The Crypto Kings were streaming on X and on YouTube. And I was looking at what they were streaming about, and when I because I caught the replay, so when I looked, the title was something like this is a stream about Pulse Chain. Do you believe RH is a failure or not? And if so, speak your piece. And so they were basically they dropped the link, and anyone who wanted to talk and express themselves could have just clicked on and got on the panel and spoke their mind. I got the link after the fact, right? But I'm not even sure if I caught the live, caught them doing it live, if I would have even spoke because I've been talking about it already for a year. You know what I'm saying? They just have a wider reach. Crypto Kings. It's two guys, influencers in Pulse Chain. Moon Boots Boots. They massacred this guy's name. So he got so much drama with people. People crucified his name. They call him Booty Fruits. They call him Saint Fruits, Saint Roots. It's B Roots. He cracks me up though. He's a funny guy, man. I don't know problems with B Roots. B Roots. I accept B Roots for what he is. He just, everybody got their own personality. And his partner, Ian, they do these streams. Whatever. I don't, I was tagged. And then a couple people I heard they were coming on and they were kind of afraid to even talk their feelings about their displeasure with Pulse Chain. You could tell they was still kind of strained. It was yo, just talk your talk. Even B Roots was saying like, yo, this is like it sucks. This is a person who, amassed a following, built a popularity. These quote unquote influencers in the community are now telling you publicly, open. They even branded it, not branded, but they advertised their show as the real Pulse Chain Conference. Their stream yesterday, they called it the real Pulse Chain Conference because you can't keep the truth. You can only hide the truth, but for so long, people. For so long. You can only suppress and hide and cover the truth, but for so long. Identify when you're losing, identify when you're not winning, identify when you're failing. Like, accept it. This shit has been a miserable fail, a miserable loss, a miserable fail. Like, this is like damn near if he keep going down this path, pretending like, yo, no, it's not a fail, and it's just double marketing, triple, quadruple marketing, and then pretending not looking at these problems and paying attention to the flaws that have occurred, then it's just gonna be like, I mean, what more could I say? Like, it's just something that is something like what you gonna, you know, if people can't realize for themselves, for them for and publicly just say, okay, this isn't it, this not working, it's not working, then that's gonna be the perfect example of you witnessing the cult mind, the herd mentality manifest. It don't matter like what's going on when somebody is just so attached, damn near obsessed with a person and their ideas and everything, completely obsessed with. It's just borderline, just completely unhealthy and toxic. That's when you got that type of programming situation taking place here, and you have that already. You have that. It's just sometimes I'd like to believe that this thing could only be sort of like maintained by a select few people. Because if that shit magnifies, it's gonna be a group of individuals that are gonna really, really find themselves in an extremely bad situation. Like, because when it finally hits, how many other situations and communities and crypto projects have people discovered that just came and went because they were just scammed, and people had a hard time accepting some some hard truths. Now, I'm not saying, Pulse Chain is all the way a scam. I'm just saying, yo, this dude need to wake up because he's acting like the only cowardice scammer. Running ain't the key. Like running away and hiding and all that stuff, to me, in my opinion, that ain't the key. When you have individuals like somebody on that jumped on that Crypto King stream, the last person I think who spoke, he's also somebody who was who's known in the community and talks a lot and talks about a project that he likes on the chain and how he loves Richard and this thing about loving this guy. I don't, yo, where y'all? I'm not trying to convince y'all not to. I don't love this dude. I don't even know him. Y'all talking about you grown adult talking about you love somebody, love another man like this who's been not even helping you earn money long term or helping you and your community earn money, but you love him so bad, you're gonna glaze him that much because you're afraid if you really talk your truth that you're not gonna make money. What do you stand for? Oh, I'm scared if I say my truth, the Pulse Chain is gonna just get rugged. It's just gonna be zero. Everything's just zero. What did you do this for? You just did this to chase some dollar based on some man telling you something. You're gonna talk about you love some man. That's not your family. Like, and it's hurtful too. Like not hurtful, but cringe. Let me tell you something. These people are so brainwashed. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It's dangerous, bro. It's dangerous. Prakash Sutar, how are you? Great to see you. These people are dangerous. This is why you have to be careful what you involve yourself. You have to be careful what you study, what you ingest, what you expose yourself to, the information you receive. Be very, very, very careful because people get affected by messaging easily, especially online. Especially online. You read something, it changes your mood depending on who you are, right? You could think about something, or you just get a certain message, you hear something, and automatically your mood is affected. So be careful, be careful. These people have been programmed for years, and I was a problem. That was a problem for me because I was part of the programming. I was doing the programming. That's why I'm now. This process of what I've been doing the last year is to help open eyes and deprogram. Is my way of giving back and atoning for the bad work that I did blindly talking about a chain, dismissing the problems that the chain and the founder was exhibiting. Okay. A lot of people don't admit and talk like this. Nobody else would. I'm the only one. I could only be me. Talking about, listen, let me undo the wrong that I've done. Because I believe speaking about things in a certain way without addressing it, both sides, just talking one perspective is not fair. You give the complete side, you give the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats, right? You look at both pros and cons to a situation. You don't just speak about pros and dismiss cons and act like they don't exist. And that's what I did, talking about the next one all day, talking about the next all-time high for Hex, Pulse Chain Inc., and Pulse X. Problematic. Problematic. So I was a proponent for the brainwashing. This is my undoing of that. These people would tell you, to tell the world, including myself, about how many people they onboarded, right? Think about this. The guy who spoke on the Crypto Kings, he was saying that, he was expressing his displeasure. And to me, I'm saying, why you wait 5 years to express it? Anyway, you could only do what you can do. I'm not, listen, me, I can't wait 5 years, 2 years. I can't wait. I'm glad I've been talking. And maybe it's good to hear other people talk and come to the light and really see, listen, this is a problem. Stop ignoring and pretending it's not a problem. Stop trying to just tell people everything is good. Everything is bullish, bullish, bullish when it's not. The entire bull cycle will come to an end at some point. And if Pulse Chain misses the bull cycle, let it be known. Accept it. Maybe you'll garner more respect by that. But this is what happens, right? I'm hearing this gentleman tell the world he onboarded. He did very well. He's done very well on Pulse Chain. See? Think about this. He said he's done very well on Pulse Chain because he got into a project that did very well. He got into a project that had nothing to do with the founder's core tokens. He got into another project that a community developer or a person decided to launch on Pulse. And that project did very well in price performance versus everything RH related. That was the first wake up call for me when I discovered that. There were other projects I was launching on this chain that outperformed all the founders' coins, cumulatively, collectively. So this gentleman was saying, listen, he's done very well. But this is why when you're early, you can espouse certain things like that. And it's just the nature of the game with crypto. Being early sets you apart. It positions you be in a good position. You can benefit from being early. It benefits you. So this gentleman was saying, like, he's done very well, very well. You could imagine what very well may mean, right? It's not the point. The point is, he said, well, that is some of the point. But in addition to saying he's been in early, he said he spoke to his family about it. He spoke to friends about it. He has a community of people that he basically onboarded onto the chain. And that RH needs to understand his absence has been basically negatively impacting everything on the chain and its performance and confidence and sentiment, and even like affecting individuals and their loved ones and their relationships, because family, friends, community are looking at you like, what the hell did you talk and get them involved with, right? They're going to question you and say, What is this? Why did you tell me about this? What is this about? What is this? It's been down in price. I don't see myself making money. What's going on here? And rightfully so. I've expressed over the last 2 years how I've had to struggle with that myself personally, right? Because the people I've onboarded, I've had to face the same dynamic, the same problem. They're looking at me and say, all I've been doing is losing money. And what can I say? What can I say? The point of what he was saying was that your founder needs to be a little bit more involved. Your founder has to be a lot more involved. But you know me, I went all the way. I go levels deeper, much deeper, 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 very deeper than just being scared and saying levels involved. Not to say that gentleman was scared, but the sentiment now is sort of shifting. I can see it changing. People are opening, people are talking, people are expressing their real feelings about what's going on here. Not just having, just these moments, baseless, empty, narrow-minded moments on the internet, just talking about bullish, everything bullish. Everything is not bullish, right? But the thing that stood out to me the most, how are you, DJ and Doggy Bong Bong? How are you and I and folks like us? How do we look onboarding people we care about onto a chain? How do we look? Because you know what's unfortunate, and I'm gonna say something else too, and this annoys me even more to the core. But how do we look onboarding friends, onboarding family first, then friends, and then people who we care about onto this chain? And you know me, I like to kind of go levels deeper. I don't like to just stay on the surface with this guy. Some of y'all are afraid to talk. I'm not afraid to talk. Doesn't make me better. I just don't. I'm not holding this because for reasons I've already explained. If other people and myself, we're gonna onboard family, we're gonna onboard this, we're gonna do that. Has the founder, RH Richard Hart himself, onboarded his family members onto his crypto, onto his coins, onto his chain, onto his DEX? Has he done that for his own relatives? Now, we can't, we'll never know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We'll never know. But when you see somebody telling you there's some giving tree, right? Listen to me. I'm the giving tree. I'm doing this. I'm here to save you. This is how they talk. This is how they talk. He's here to save you. This is what I'm not paraphrasing. These words came out of it. I'm here to save you. I'm the giving. Does your blood relatives, loved ones, family have your relatives? Did you onboard them? Matter of fact, did you gift them any crypto? I already know the answer to that, but these are questions I just throw out there into the world so it could stick on the internet for as long as the internet exists. The picture of those kids around you in your profile picture, suggesting that you grew up in a mixed neighborhood, suggesting that you grew up around a lot of black kids, right? Do those black faces have hex, pulse, anything you created? No, because what you said, you cheap, right? We'll never know. But you got idiots, idiots. Like what I did was like it's a move of an idiot. I'm not an idiot, but I'm gonna say what I did was that of an idiot. Onboarding people. Like I told you a couple days ago, somebody showed me that they still spending money on this chain. Like, and it just has been, it was like bittersweet to me because I'm like, damn, the potential is there. But if you don't apply the potential, what's it all really worth? The potential for this chain to do exceedingly well. But, you know, this guy dropped the ball, keeps dropping the ball. Onboarding people onto this when I could have onboarded people onto something else, like on DG.io, like Primate ecosystem. Well, Primate is on Pulse Chain, but I believe in that more than I believe in RH himself. That's just me. But you know, how am I going to talk to anybody who I've onboarded into this chain moving forward in the future when they don't trust me and my decisions and whatever I tell them because of the poor performance of Pulse, because of the poor performance of Pulse X? You're talking about folks that just regular people. I don't know rich people in this world. You know what I'm saying? I know rich people. They're rich in spirit. Hey, they're rich in spirit. Actually, I take that back. I know rich people. I know wealthy, very uber wealthy, max wealthy people in this world who are rich in spirit, who are rich in joy, who are rich in love, rich in heart, compassion, rich, know how to extend their level of care. You could feel the sense of humanity just when they appear in your circumference. You see their aura shining. They don't have to present lies, false hope, and promises anywhere. And I'm grateful for that, for knowing people like that and having folks like that in my life, you know? And I'm also sort of indebted to them because I made the mistake. I made the mistake with some of them and exposing them to this wretched, putrefied debacle of an investment situation that's taking place here. You know, people will say, "Oh, listen, why are you crying? Stop whining." And don't hear that no more. Number one, I don't care to hear it because I'm just like, it's just not my thing. Like I'm like, yo, it's either you get blocked, nobody cares. When I'm building with the people, I'm building nice with the people. Like build like as far as nice, like nice, focused. When I mean nice, concentrated. Like I'm, you know, we this is what we're doing. All that other stuff is a deviation. See, people want to distract you. They want to distract you from watching, from paying attention to the core truth. You see that in the world. We get bombarded with marketing every day, thousands and thousands of times per day. 25 years ago, I learned that somewhere, like if you live in an urban metropolis like New York City, like 25 years ago, like I learned that you getting hit with 3,000 different marketing images per day. That was 25 years ago. Imagine now. So people always want to distract you and throw you off your path. Always want to do that, right? Because they know when you remain centered, you become formidable, right? It's hard for you to be moved. It's hard for you to be lied to. It's hard for you to be deceived. It's hard for you to be tricked out of your position. And they know that the majority of the people in the world right now, people like RH know the majority of the people, when he says he wants to save you, it's twofold. Because he's so conflicted internally, he's so conflicted. He may really want to save you to do, you know, some good for real. You may really want to believe in the idea of helping people, right? Helping them alleviate, relieve them from some type of pain that they're feeling. He may really want to do that. But there's another part about him that's internally, right? That's his own internal struggle that he got to deal with, where he has to work out some shit first. Before you're able to help somebody, help yourself. You could clearly see he hasn't helped himself, but he wanted to, because on the internet, you could be whoever you want to be. But then after a while, that act becomes an act and it becomes visible where people can see through your act. They could see that you're a liar. They could see that you're full of shit because it takes too much energy to keep it going for so long. If unless you're a machine, you're gonna get tired. You're gonna start to expose yourself, right? That's what's been happening with your man. But nobody gonna present it and frame it the way like I do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm doing it, to help you see, help the blind people see if they care. Because I was once in a position where I'm now helping you to remain blind. Because I believe this guy figured out something, right? In a weird way, because I never liked him in the beginning anyway. So it's not like I believed I was brainwashed, because I wasn't a believer in him, because when I saw him with the top hat, these rings and the candelabra and the name of the coin, I'm like, you trying to curse the crypto system, the whole crypto industry? What is this? Who's this guy? Because spirit don't lie, right? But I gave him the benefit of the doubt on a level where the information that he expressed, that he with the 10,000x, once he achieved that, I'm like, okay, let me see the information he's working with and how he's manipulating something to make it beneficial so that people can receive rewards 10,000x later. And that's the part about it I was learning and that I was supporting. I'm telling you, the next all-time high is going to be, we're closer to the next all-time high because the manipulation of the information is taking place a certain way. Not because he's great, but because he learned how to figure out the foolishness with a corrupt system of human nature and human beings. Now we have technology added to it, but you still have to deal with the corrupt nature of man, right? I'm thinking, okay, he took the best out of a crazy situation and manipulated, and he's teaching people how to do that. So I'm saying, okay, let me message this out. Let me deliver this message out until things started to fall apart and have been falling apart. And I said, I can't do this anymore for the people. I can't do this anymore. I'm not gonna pretend like, oh yeah, I'm some kind of hex OG. I'm not a hex OG. Maxi. I'm not a Maxi. I got cryptos in places I forgot. So where Maxi what? I never liked the term Maxi because it reminds me of Maxi pads, Kotex. Nobody doing that, you know? So this guy is just this whole thing, these games that people play, that's all they are, just games. Games, but they're dangerous though. They're dangerous, 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 dangerous because your money's involved. It's more than about shaking people out too. Because there's a difference between you shaking somebody else out and somebody telling you to shake somebody else out. Or you shaking somebody else out and somebody controlling who you shake out. Because again, I agree. I don't think he is the guy. You cannot be the guy. You are the epitome of you absorb and you drink fuel like attention. This is an attention seeking, the attention depraved. You could tell. Like, see, this is the thing, and it's sad. Again, in his upbringing, he didn't receive. He didn't receive something. He didn't receive many things in his child rearing. You could tell because he's depraved. He behaves like that. You can see it in his behavior. You can see it from how he talks. You can see it from how even behaved in the last 2.5 years. Depraved, and does a lot of things to compensate the void that he's developed for a very, 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 very long time. And guess what? That void will never be filled unless he really addresses the cause of what created the void. Until that happens, you're going to be dealing with this type of mania. And we're going to indirectly have to deal with the foolishness if we choose to. Who's going to break shit down like this? Who? 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 You see how I go from a postcard, from direct mail to the void in a person's stomach, in a person's spirit, in a person's soul. I went from direct mail to the void, and we bringing it back to the direct mail, back to the surface, back to the foolishness, where you could be on solid footing with what I'm talking about and make the decision that's best for you. I'm not going to be a proponent talking crap and garbage, telling you, oh, gay guys, did you get your device yet? Huh? Did you get it? Are you not excited about your device? It's a travesty, bro. It's a travesty. I should this is a travesty, bro. ENJ Dub, what's going on? What's going on? Wow, y'all talking. Crispy Bacon. He says, I don't care if Pulse Chain goes down occasionally. If price is up 100x, you know, who would care? That's completely agree. If price up 100x, you don't care if it goes down occasionally, right? You, you don't care. But when it can't even get back to 2.5x, that was the all-time high. 2.5x above SAC. He's struggling to get to SAC. From the all-time low to the all-time high, it's like a 20x. This is a win? No, let's just speak facts. Let's just speak facts. ENJ Dub in the building. I see you, man. Mix. The drill sergeant with full pay. That was a good movie. That was a deep movie. That movie, I saw that movie when I was like, when was that? When that came out? Like I was young when I saw that movie. Man, certain films disturb, move something within me, man. Like that was one of them, man. That scene when dude had the AK, the Full Metal Jacket, and Full Metal Jacket, and how he looked at that actor became phenomenal. But that movie, yeah, man, that movie, and it's another movie that kind of messed me up too. Um, as far as military, ooh wee, Saving Private Ryan. My goodness, bro, yo, mm. And yeah, powerful, powerful. You can tell those are good movies when it affects you. Certain films when they man, listen, bro. Mm, 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 mm. No, it's dangerous. Like I'm saying, listen, people, we're approaching the middle of September. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me and listening to me because this is not easy for us. You know what I'm saying hasn't been easy. Hasn't been easy. Hasn't been easy. And I don't respect people who pretending like everything is all potpourri, everything is all glamour and glitz, bull posting left and right. Like I don't respect that. That's not reality. That's not real to me. That's being fake. That's why I don't reach out. Never really been one to reach out to like community to talk and build and stuff like that. Used to, but then ever since all the shenanigans stopped, I'm just solo mission, right? And it's cool. Respect to people. People who I respect know I respect them. People who I respect know I respect them, right? I'm not with the whole yo, there's this stream panel and just bull posting. Not now. Not now, man. Is a little bit this whole thing with the direct marketing, maybe it's a little bit too late for all that. Because of the sentiment, because of what's going on, because of everything with the cycles. People don't respect cycles. Yeah, it's a little too late. Too little, too late. I don't care how expensive, how much it is. It's too little, too late. You're gonna throw away millions of dollars to do this now. And I agree when Moon King said this. Why couldn't he have done that campaign when Pulse launched? You're the master marketer. Everyone else are idiots. No one's buying this shit. No one's coming over here wanting to buy. Why is that? I've been saying this for years too, you know. People don't like him. That's a whole different paradigm. How people really don't like him. You got folks who say they openly say, "Oh, they love him." Like they love him. There are people who do not like him, and I'm not gonna say. And it's not like I hate him. I don't know him to hate him or love him like that. I don't care about that. I care about producing income, producing revenue, building wealth, so myself and my loved ones can flourish financially. Okay, cool. That's what I care about. Not here to be loving somebody, bruh. You didn't earn that. That's something you earn in real life. That's what grown people do. Adults, responsible. But see, this guy, a lot of you fathers keep getting advice from a childless man. I don't understand y'all who keep getting advice and running behind a childless man telling you what you should do with your life as a man. Miss me with all of that, bro. It's just real that way. It's real that way. Again, you and me and other people we onboard, folks we care about, right? Has he onboarded? There's somebody in the community that claimed that he was the founder's brother. There's a person in the community that came out 4 years ago talking about he's the founder's brother. He's RH's brother. You think RH claimed him publicly? Whether he's his brother or not, you think RH claimed him? So that should tell you a lot in and of itself too. Meanwhile, folks like me and others, we onboarding family, we onboarding friends, we doing all this stuff. This dude, he'll show you a video of him installing a bidet for his mom, and to make you feel like, oh, this is to make right to tug on your heartstrings so that you can see he has some kind of compassion. I'm not mad at you installing a bidet for your mom, but did you bless your mom with your crypto that you created? Did you give her something? Did you take, did you onboard her and not have to have her pay for anything? Did you onboard her? You see, that kind of stuff, bro. Diversify, you out of control. Diversify is out of control, man. Yeah, man. Black Hawk Dawn. Oh, for sure. I like Black Hawk Dawn. Bro, Saving Private Ryan. I didn't there was this one scene I didn't like how dude was getting uh, I'm not gonna say nothing. Saving Private Ryan, bruh. That thing bothered me. One scene bothered me, man. And what was that guy's name? The dude with the big nose. He was fighting, and then he had to succumb. And the guy was like basically telling him to deal with it. Take that, nah, bro. That thing, ay, ay, ay. Apocalypse Now. You know, it was a fire film that I wish, and I think Mel Gibson directed it. I wish there was a part two. Apocalypto. Yeah, man. We gotta, you know what? Listen. All the good people that are here right now, man. Keep the faith, man. I know I did a stream called "Keep the Faith" and all that, but keep the faith, man. Let's keep holding. Look, if you've been here this long with me, like we've been here, we deserve all good things, all good things, all great things. Like you've been. First of all, first of all, if you try your best every day to be a better person, you're winning. See, people are not gonna say these things, and it needs to be said. Appreciate people, give them their flower, give them their honor, honor, respect. Respect goes far. Respect, goes far. Embody respect. There is no way that those of us that have just like I'm a man of faith, so there's no way that if you trying to keep your head on a swivel, you're putting your best foot forward in life, and you're doing the best you can for yourself and your family and your loved ones and your community. There is no way that does not come back to you in kind, tenfold. And this is why sometimes when we're looking for it to come back on Pulse Chain, it may not come back through Pulse Chain. It could come back in other areas of our lives that we did not expect. We're not expecting. Literally, we're not expecting. And not focus so much on this situation here that I always have been calling nondescript because you're not drawing anything good from it right now. You know what I'm saying? I just like to share in a sense where I'm framing a certain thing so I could teach it. So I could teach it. So you could understand certain things better. Because life is lifing. All kinds of stuff going on in life. All kinds of stuff going on in life. This right here is like it's an annoyance. It's like having to. It's like getting a stomach ache and you still can't defecate. That's what pulse chain is. You got bubble guts and you still can't go to the bathroom. That's pulse chain. That's what I think of your founder. And like bubble guts and you still can't go to the bathroom and excrete. Do number two because that's as much respect that he has for the entire community. No, be real, folks. You can't be real to yourself. Who you gonna be real to? Nobody. And then when your money's involved, where's your self-respect? Where's your self-love? Like honor yourselves like on a higher level. Straight like that, man. Don DG said, yo, the weekly SW Swaraj live chat giveaway. Get your giveaway edu- education is the key in a few hours. Yo, go check that out, folks. It's Drunk on Crypto. Is it Drunk on Crypto? Well, drop the link if you can, Sonny, in the chat, so the people could find it and go check it out. SWJ live chat, live chat giveaway. Education is the key in a few hours. See, I've been telling y'all when I was uh sharing that the Gandhiji SWJ contract was going live August 15th. Wow, that was a month ago. How about that? Monday will be an entire month. How about that? Time is flying. And what I realized too, and it's true, like people just don't know, and they're scared to learn. In many cases, we're so advanced in DeFi. We're so advanced, versus somebody who has no corner. Speaking to them about these things is really like speaking a different entirely. It's like speaking a foreign language. Speaking to them about crypto. Speaking to them about self custody. Speaking to them about anonymity. Speaking to them about smart contracts. Right? These things go above their head. Dexes, tokens versus coins, blockchains. It's just liquidity, all this stuff going on, it could be intimidating. And I was telling people, read the smart paper for the Gandhiji Dada, read the smart paper. Even Primate Eco, read the smart paper. That's a totally different system. Totally different system. But I root for the good degens too. I root for the degens because, when I degen, I seek no attention. But I root for the good degens. The degens that are out here doing what they do, because I consider myself a degen. I just seek no attention. Person that's taking risk. We taking risks with this crypto game right here, man. Taking risks. Said, you know what? I'd rather take a risk with this than take a risk in some kind of legacy product that's going to yield me minuscule results. Because I'm a product of legacy. I've been working for decades and still can't resign. Product of legacy. No. All that, I realized I wrecked myself for over 3 decades. Wrecked myself. Legacy didn't pan out well for me. And I tried multiple things. It just didn't work out well for me. So let me try crypto, see what's going on with that. See how that can help. And see how that can help me help others. That's why I do what I do. That's why I do what I do. The link is in the okay, he dropped the link. Good people, go check that out, man. What you said a few hours. What's a few hours, Sonny? 3, 2, 2, 3, 4 hours, 5 hours? I'm just being lazy. I could click on the link to find out, but I'm just being lazy, man. I'm just being lazy. Good people, as always, man. Keep your eye on the prize. Stay vigilant. Be healthy. Be wealthy in mind, body, and spirit. Don't become illiterate to the truth, to knowledge. 2 hours, 38 minutes. All right, cool. Cool. Respect to everybody here, man. Respect to y'all. Respect yourselves, man. You've earned it. Those of us who've been staying here for a long, like again, we here still. We deserve greatness, man. Seriously, deserve greatness, man. But I'm glad I got my wisdom NFT. I'm glad I got that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I'm learning about some primate ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I'm learning about some other things too. Other things too, for sure, for sure. Man, I've been the whole time I was. That's the thing too, man. That's why I talk my talk for real. I talk my talk for real. I've been, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I see what's going on. Like, I see what's going on. It's not just here's one coin, this coin, that coin. I've been like that since 2017, though. I haven't changed. No. That's why I could identify the slithering snakes in the grass. No. That's how I can identify them. Yeah. I've had conversations with the worst of the worst in my life. That's how you could identify, right? Yeah. Not online, but like, like when you could see something, you said something, you're like, man, this guy give me bubble guts and I can't take a shit. There's something wrong. Damn, every time I hear giving tree, my stomach goes brrr, and I can't take a shit. That's a problem. Peace, y'all.